but there are different departments of government in charge of that. So you need to read that up and find out what does it take to import. What does it take to import into the country? And there are two countries involved, where you are bringing it from and where you are bringing it to. So there are laws that you need to comply with in that one, in terms of taxes, in terms of what you call customs and excise. So I'm Nigerian, and every country has that. Nigerian initially, Canadian now. I know at the Nigerian ports, there will be customs and excise, duties, they call them. You have to pay to the customs. You need to know how to ship it to the port. You need to put it on the ship. You need to know there will be insurance involved because, in case, God forbid, but in case anything happens while it's being shipped into the country. So there are all kinds of things. There's the insurance part, there's the customs part, there's the extent and the duties part, and then in the country you're bringing it to, how to clear it, how to ship it to location, warehouse, how to collect it, and what customs and duties to pay to the government of the day where you're bringing it. So it's a kind of a process, but you just need to be aware of what that process is. It's as simple as that. It doesn't have to go through a long process of that one. Some people just freight it and put it on the plane. So it depends on what types of goods, because some can actually be cargoed and put on the plane. You know what I mean? So you could bring it into the country, and that's faster instead of going through. You have to understand what the good is, what is it taking, what the law is in the country that you're importing into, or where you're bringing it from. All of those, you need to read it up. And after reading it up, like I always say, you have a community. There will be somebody in your community that is already doing what you're trying to do. It's always good to speak to trusted people. You have to identify them. You can't speak to just anybody. Because some people also have some reservation about sharing their ideas with just anybody. So you want to find out, and that's the power of community. There's somebody in your community that is already doing what you want to do. It makes the journey faster. So find out what they're doing. But those are some of the ones that come right on top of my head that, and then you read it all. Because approaching your business from the space of knowledge, it makes it faster for you. You know the questions to ask. You can also approach your banker. Even if you have enough money and you don't need to take a loan, it's always good to have something on the side. Because it's not the day they ask you to come and pay your shipping duties or clear your goods, then you now find out, I don't have enough, I need more money, da, 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 da. Speak to a banker. A banker will also have an understanding of what you're talking about, because they deal with what you call letters of credit. If you're shipping, because letters of credit, if you're ordering from China, for instance, they issue you a letter of credit, the bank is dealing with your letters of credit and all of those, and then by the time the goods come in, you don't even see anything. But everything would have been stated and duly noted on the letters of credit. And that's a bank. A bank will do that for you. So speak to your banker. So those are different ways. You don't have to go and follow the good all the way from wherever. You could do it as letters of credit run by the bank. As a matter of fact, it's the safest way to do it. Because you won't pay the supplier, wherever it's coming from, if the goods you are receiving is not exactly as it is detailed on the letters of credit. It's the safest way to do it. However, speak to a banker, check the government website on both parts, research into your suppliers. So even though you may have an auntie, an uncle, perhaps, that are already doing it for you, do it yourself and be sure that what you're about to get into is the right thing and that you're on top of it. It gives you more confidence. I hope that helps you. Thank you.